Hi, everyone. It's June Lucal, and I'm here. We're going to be um, demonstrating several different cards using the stamp set and punch using called circle sayings. So, in case you don't know me, I am June Lucal. I am a licensed art teacher. I've been a demonstrator for Stampin' Up about 18. Was it? I can never do the math right. 2004. So yeah, 18 years, I guess. Anyway, I have a bunch of really cool things to show you, but we have a couple things going on right now, and I will show you. But it's kind of impersonal to be talking to you as just as voice and hands. So I wanted to give you a little look at me and my crazy room. Not all of it. I'm not letting you see it all, but just a touch of it. So, and I'm going to try to bear with me as I try to adjust this thing because it's a work in progress. Okay. So I'm trying it this time with a more flexible. Man, this is even worse. There, it's not too bad. Okay. It's a little dangly, but nope, that would be the wrong direction. Oh dear. All right. All right. So hopefully I won't breathe too hard. Here we go. Okay. It'll be interesting. All right. So first of all, we have exploring in color. Oh, I'm going to be mostly at the top of the board here, it looks like. Okay. I will try to remember that. You know me, I usually get a little too close. So right there. All right, we'll try. And here, I'll move that. Okay, so up here, I have youcanstamp.com, and that is my website. If you may be coming from that right now to get this, but if not, check it out. This is my host code. If anybody's ordering anything less than $150, if you could link it together with some other orders of mine with this code, that would be awesome. That really helps me out, and it doesn't cost you anything. If you are ordering over $150, though, you would get 10% free. So not everybody can do a $150 order, though. So, hopefully that makes sense. And if you do a 150 order and go from my website, take this code off so that you get the credit. All right, so exploring in color going on right now. Paper Pumpkin Kit. That is only available until May 10th, which is only a few days from now. But let me get a little closer. Can you see this gorgeous? I don't know why I couldn't find any bigger pictures than this. But isn't that gorgeous? That is the kit. And the pictures they had before were black and white, and they were, they didn't want to open, the bag, I guess, about the colors. These are the new in colors. And they didn't want to tell anybody too early, but that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I wish they'd led with that. This is also an add-on while supplies last. And again, tiny picture. Not sure. Just, I don't know, a tease or something, but look at those gorgeous cards. There's 6 of each. They're like a whole scene. I mean, it's a card in itself. And that is $10 for 18 cards add-on. Oh, and envelopes too. So that's only while supplies last, though, and that started today. So I wanted to tell you about that because they were beautiful, and I thought it was a big improvement over what we had before. So I wanted to tell you about it. The other thing going on is Stamp Camp. If you live in Northeast Ohio and can come to our May Stamp Camp, we are having that on Saturday from noon to 1:30-ish or 2. No, well, Mom and I have something to do afterwards. So, and that is the day I have gotten my extension for my big paper. So I hopefully will have it in really great shape before that because I don't really want to be worrying about it. But so I have 3 hand stamp cards for you all to make for $14, and you can register and pay with PayPal, or you can stamp and let me know what your alternative payment is if you can't do PayPal. That's okay. just let me know. But be sure to RSVP and bring your scissors and adhesive to class. Okay, so we got some really fun things. The things that I have planned so far are using Crafting With You, brand new bundle. Can't wait to use it. We got Petal Park, which I have used before. And I'm going to use, there's a punch that goes with this. And then we have Sending Smiles, which I'm going to use too. And those are some of the dies that come with it. So got some cool plans for that. That's the plan right now. I may switch things out. Anyway, all right. So please go online and sign up for that, or email me and let me know at least that you're coming. Okay. Now, these are the in color or the new colors. Okay. So these are the in colors that I mentioned just now about the paper pumpkin kit. If anybody wants to subscribe, but look at these. These are you know, kind of neutral, kind of dusty. I don't know. Not totally in love with these, but I think they're going to grow in me. That picture here with the wheat, that's a lot better than I expected, because it's not, I don't know. I think Jill called it baby poop brown or whatever. I don't know what to, but it's called wild wheat. And then this one's pebbled path. This one's copper clay. And this one's moody mauve and boho blue. And hey, I need to recognize everyone's here. Yay, James is here. Julie is here. Jill, great. Oh, I'm excited. All right. Yeah, I love that box too. I can't wait. So, and yes, thank you, Jill. I'm glad you're going to be there. I would be locked out if you weren't. And plus, it wouldn't be the same anyway. So awesome. That's great. I have 2 people that don't usually come that are coming, which I'm excited about. So we had at least those. Oh, I hope you can make it, but I understand if you can't. Saturday, I don't know, has some pluses and minuses, doesn't it? I don't know. Can't really win. Can't pick a time that everyone's available, or else it wouldn't be. So now what I have here, I know we want to get to this, but I have 3 cards to show you. Although I was thinking about saving one back and doing it for Stamp Camp. I don't know. I think we're just moving forward. I felt so good having it done yesterday. Are you so proud of me? All right, so back to these colors. So we had a big switcheroo with the core colors. And honestly, I have other colors I should have shown you, but these are the completely brand new ones. All right, these are Lemon Lolly, Afternoon Azure, Bubble Bath, which I think could have been called Bubble Gum in my opinion too, but Bubble Bath. And then we have Pecan Pie. All right, and I don't know if you can, the colors are just kind of washed out in this video. I'm not sure what to do about that, but those are the completely brand new ones. The other ones, we do have some new ones that I should have had ready, but we have, this is Lost Lagoon, which we've had before as an in color, and it's one of my favorites. Let's see. We have, Fresh Freesia, which that's an in color that just left, so I'm so glad we got to keep that. Then we have Pretty Peacock, which goes marvelous with the Lost Lagoon. Let's see, Berry Burst, bright color, purpley pink. We have, oh, this one's one of Julie and Jill's, I think, favorite, Lemon Lime Twist. And was that it? Oh, no. It's Misty Moonlight. So that's 1, 2, there should be 11 altogether. 3. See, these go together pretty good too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, we're missing one. Anybody remember? Oh, it's Julie's, not Jill's. Oh, she hates it. Look at that. That's funny. Hmm. What am I missing? That's so weird. I know where I can check. I had it on a post-it note. Blueberry bushel. That's my other one. Okay, blueberry bushel. It's way, way in the back. That's why. And of course, I only grabbed a tiny piece. Let's see if I can grab a bigger one. Here we go. Blueberry bushel. Nice blue. I like that blue. All right. Oh, that looks pretty good with that, doesn't it? All right. So I'm excited. We had some awesome new colors in. Didn't lose too many great ones. So I'm really happy about that. All right. So let's get started. The first one we're going to do is, oh, by the way, here is the stamp set that we're going to focus on. Okay, it's called Circle Sayings. And at first I wasn't going to get this, but I was like, you know what? I haven't done anything with circles for a while, and circles are great. And the punch is going to come in handy. I think I'm going to have to get a new set of dies because the dies that I have are all discontinued. But this particular one's called, oh gosh. By the way, here's the new catalog. If anyone wants one, I have 16 of them. And I know I'm going to give them to my stamp club already, but I do have enough to give away more if you need one. I did put it on PDF on my website today. I almost forgot, but I did. And I don't even remember what I was looking up here. But, oh yeah, the dies, right? So by the way, I don't know if you can tell, but I made my own little posts, my own little tabs here that I just use with Post-it notes. Those little ones, you know? And I had two colors, and the two different colors were for the yellow ones are for stamps, and then the aqua or coastal cabana or whatever you want to call it is the all the other stuff. Okay, so dies. Here we go. So the dies that I was thinking about getting, because there's a little of everything, is stylish shapes. Okay, so that looked like a good one. So next order, I guess. All right. So, oh, good. An order's coming tomorrow. That's fun. I love getting orders. I really do. And I know I just ordered something for Lane, so that's going to come in. And Jill, I have your prize for you that I'll bring on Saturday. So, and if does Bonnie get on here? I need to get her hers back, and Mary too. I have orders for you guys. So, all right, enough talking, right? We're going to get started. This is the stamp that we're going to be using for this card. And we're just going to use some Memento ink. And I'm going to be punching this out. So this doesn't have to be a rectangle or anything. All right. I'm just going to conserve, I guess. I am all about conserving. Now, what I want to do is I wanted to do, some kind of yellow and some kind of blue here. That makes sense, right? But in the examples that I've seen, they've been kind of like a blurred edge. Now you have a couple options. You could use an aqua painter or a water painter like that, but I do that a lot. So I wanted to do something a little different. I'm going to use the masking idea, but what I did was I made a template. All right. And all I did was I stamped this at the so that half of it was going off, and then see how I cut, and then I cut some off, and then I used the other side instead of getting a whole nother paper and stamped here. So that, I'm sorry, like this. All right. So that is blocking the sun part. And now I can make the wave. So here, let's see that in action. So, all right, we'll start with the blue, the Azure Afternoon. Okay, so I have a blending brush and my new stamp pad, which, by the way, it has these, and it's really neat because they've got a whole bunch of these on the bottom, and I actually put one here too. All right, so now I've got no excuse to not know what that color is. Forgive me, I am really shedding, even though I've been drinking soy milk. So my doctor said that might help with any kind of hair loss, menopause issues, but haven't really seen any improvements there. All right, so you can see, I don't like how this camera is going to be jiggling a lot. Hopefully, I guess can't be too rough with that. Okay, so there we go. See, that was pretty easy, right? And then we're going to do the lemon lolly. This is really, like, don't blink because it's almost over here. All right, so here's the lemon lolly. And this one, instead of the blending brush, I'm going to use a sponge dauber because I actually had a yellow one. Oh, I should put this on. All right, so now I'm going to block the wave. All right, and I will get some yellow, and I'm going to make this, of course, the brightest. And then just kind of should even go out like that. All right, there. That was so quick, wasn't it? And it looks really cool. So that's a quick but cool way to do that. I hope you like that. Hey, it looks like Nancy's here. Awesome. All right, so I just did that, and now I'm going to use my new punch. It's a really big circle punch, 2 3/8, which is great. And I'm just going to kind of see what I'm doing here. And punch that out. Okay, so there I have the circle. Oop, that way. Okay, and so now I'm going, actually used a circle, which what you could do is if you had the gold foil, you could stick it on and you could trim it out, just cut it, like, some people are pretty good at it, some people not so much, but cutting the same amount all the way around. We have a project that I've done before with the kids called, I believe you pronounce it mole, M-O-L-E, and it's Central American, Mexican, possibly even more south than that kind of thing. No, is it? It's Panama. I think it's Panama, actually. Yeah, it's Panama. So it's all applique, actually. They have the most beautiful, bright blouses that they make for the women. They're all these pretty colors, but they have borders and they keep going bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's really neat. Anyway, off topic there, but here is our focal point. Okay, so that means we need the rest of the card to put together. So here I have one of our new colors, Azure Afternoon, or Afternoon Azure. Azure, I think you say that. I picked some hard words. I'm kind of glad mint macaron was gone because I don't know. Think if I was saying that right. All right, so what I want to do is a directed to paper method here. And I'm going to take my stamp pad and literally go, let's see, to make, what I always advise my students is to don't like wrap yourself up and make it super awkward. Figure out what you're doing, move it to the direction you want, and then go ahead and do it. So I'm going to basically wipe that across. All right. Maybe I'll do it like this. That might be even easier. And see how I'm making some streaks? You almost need to press it a little. So the bottom part's not going to matter too much. I kind of was going with a, oh, by the way, if I turn it around, look at what happens. Not what I meant to do. So you got to just do it in one direction. Whoops. But I probably have enough here. All right. So that you can almost make like a jeans pattern, but I was thinking of that more of like a cloud or windy or just texture, some kind of texture. I didn't have like a lot of the things that I want in the catalog were not available as a pre-order. So I have to wait on some stuff, but so I had to get creative, right? So there we go. Now the other one, I wanted something like sort of sandy. I wanted to have more, get that yellow in there too. So what I did was I ran this strip of lemon lolly through the embossing folder, okay, and made this texture. All right, so now before I put that down though, I'm going to actually, I was glad to see this has not been discontinued, and I'm going to wrap that around, and we're going to make a bow. And golly, my hands are not working today. Oh, interesting. I might have a new name for some of the problems I have, which is kind of neat, but also not very useful because there's nothing you can do about it. Has anyone ever heard of POTS as a syndrome? That's what the S stands for, syndrome. It's like something posture with I don't know. Tachycardia is the T. It has basically is when you stand up too fast and you get all woozy. I don't have a massive problem with that. I mean, I do sometimes, but my biggest problem is passing out with all sorts of other random stuff. But in fact, I almost passed out in front of the doctor the other day for no real reason. I have a pinched nerve in my neck, so all I can figure is it's just like it was hurting. And I don't know. Anyway, one of the symptoms is shaking hands. So I was like, oh, maybe that, I was, thought, well, it could just be coffee, I guess, but maybe. All right. So I don't completely love that it's super stiff like that, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. I also want to, so this is going to have to get put on here, but I want to see about where that would go. So one of the things I kind of wanted to make that, I want to take advantage of this whole, but you could put it more. Oh, I forgot to put thinking of you. Silly. All right. So you could make it more like that, or you can more leaning, depending how you look at it. But I basically wanted to do kind of a positive negative. So like a yin yang idea, that's like the ultimate positive negative. So the two yellows here and the two blues, and they make each other contrast and stand out. These are all terms in art that we might use that will help you, that'll help us talk about things and understand what each of us are talking about. That is what my paper, part of my paper, this 12 to 15 page paper that I'm writing, the teacher gave me permission to make it a little shorter if I do an example of the trade book that I want to do. But there is only so many hours in the day, so we'll see. But I did outline very very cool idea for an entire series. So maybe I'll be, you know, I'll be the next J.K. Rowling, and you'll be like, I knew her when. That would be pretty cool. I'm not going to hold my breath, but that would be so cool. All right. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to show you guys. I want a little visual, because visual, right? Always better. All right, I printed, these are the articles I have to read. All right, for my paper. And check out the print. Can you, I know it's, I think, upside down here for you, but woo. Yeah, so that's what I get to look forward to tonight and tomorrow. And hopefully I can get that enough that I can write it in the next couple days. I've really cleared up my schedule. So hopefully I can have amazing paper, and not just for a grade. I know some people, I am fully, accepting my overachiever status, but I think it would be very, if I'm going to do this work, maybe I should get it published. People aren't taking me very seriously around here. Not you guys, but people at school. I'm not. I've been working there for 15 years, and I'm still not considered an employee for some weird reason. It makes me really mad. And so, you know what? They just may lose me, which is a real shame, because I think I've got a lot to offer. But anywho, here is my, I'm going to put this, I got to put like kind of a lot on this because I don't want it to peel up by accident. In fact, that one, oh goodness. All right. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if maybe I should move that a little closer. That'll work. Okay, so here. All right. Okay, so I already put these on the back. I hope I wasn't doing any of that off screen. Oh, I just realized you are seeing some of my side stuff, junk. I don't know. I've got a lot of things crammed in this tiny room. But, oh, yeah, I did this. So, okay, I took 2 classes. One was this book, the one that's the art and story, one that I'm writing this paper for. And, sorry. And I love it. Love it. Dr. Martins is amazing as a teacher, too. And I love everything that she's had us do. And I loved our day at Kent. That was amazing. And such a boost in confidence for me, because I had people with, I probably said this, but I've said it to a bunch of people anyway. I had people with PhDs coming up to me and saying that they learned something from me. You don't get that every day, I was so, oh my gosh, that just, it's making my month, I think, maybe my year. I'll be talking about this for a while. So sorry about that, but not really. So, all right, so there is my card, and it's a little lower than I kind of wanted it, but I did also want this to be kind of, right there. So maybe if I made this yellow a little higher, maybe. Anyway, here it is. That's my first card, and you hopefully saw that very fast and cool way to do that. So, all right, that is my first card. And let's see. My next card is very pretty too. I saw these colors and I was like, oh, I gotta use these. All right, so this is Bubble Bath or Bubble Gum, or however we're gonna call it. And this one is the Moody Mauve. I really wish our colors were better on this. but they go very nicely together. And this is the pebbled path, which looks like Jill likes. Is that right, Jill? Oh, go this direction. Sorry, my keyboard fell off. Maybe I should just adjust this. That would be. So yeah, I was tired of the paperclip. Paperclip was not working for me to hold this up. So, and I have this on a drawing board. It's not a whole table, but it looks pretty good, right? And yeah, so I'm just still experimenting with that whole thing, but it is what it is. All right, so here I'm going to use the pebble path. And all right, and then I have a piece of white for the actual circle part. All right, so let me get my stamp pads from, had to stretch there. Here are my, whoops. This didn't require too many supplies, which is great. You know what, I'm gonna move this. All right, so let's see, I have my bone folder. Okay, so here is my circle that says celebrate 3 times. And I'm going to do that in pebbled path. All right, we'll do that. Oh, I got that. Pushed it in the ink a little too much. You see that? I got junk all over it. So these firm foam pads are super juicy, but you also can get a little too rambunctious about that at times. But that's okay. All right. I'm going to need this, but not at the moment. So I'm going to close that. All right. So then we're going to use Moody Mauve. Oh, I know. I did need that. Whatever. I'll do this right now. Okay. So I'm going to stamp the cupcake, which, I mean, I can't have gluten cupcakes anymore, but fortunately they do make gluten-free cupcakes. James has been awesome about making sure I have treats. So, okay. Oh, this is the inside piece too. So while I'm at it, I'm going to stamp this too. And we'll put that in the corner. All right. I don't always do inside stuff, but I should. All right. So there is my outlines without using black. All right. Here's my bubble bath. And I'm squishing this together to get some ink on the lid. All right. There's already too much on this table. Oop, lamp in the way. All right, put that there. I'm going to put that away because I'm done with that. I think I need that for the next one. So probably should leave it here. All right. And then Moody Mauve I don't need at the moment, I don't think. All right. So now I'm going to use my water painter. I actually, I'm running out of this, and I think it's like on back or not back order, it can't be ordered, or it's like, I don't know. Can't remember what the last thing news about that was. All right, so I'm going to pick up some and put it on the outside edges and kind of fade it in to the center because I want it to have a little highlight in the middle. All right, because the shadows would be on the outside, right? See, this is not very juicy. There we go. All right, so you put that here and you kind of bring it all out. You can move your card just like I remember, or like I mentioned earlier, if you remember. Okay, so I'm leaving a little bit kind of where the light would hit it as the lightest. See how that center part is a little bit lighter than the rest. All right, I better do that with this one too. All right, so I'm going to put it on the outside and bring it in. Now, this isn't going to get cut out or anything, so I do need to do a decent job with that. So one of the reasons I started telling you about that story about the visual literacy is actually what I do a lot all the time with you guys and with my students, but I'm always telling you different words about elements and principles of art. All right, like color, shape, line, form. What are the other ones? Value, texture. Talk about those. All right, then using those are the building blocks of art. All right, the basic terminology, and then you use those ideas and or things, ideas. I guess they are ideas, right? And you put them together to create concepts, right? Those are principles of design, actually. And so we have on this card a focal point. That's one of them. That's emphasis. The emphasis is on this. So that whole idea of being able to talk about pictures, and we see, I think I looked it up, it was 12.4 trillion pictures or in the world now, something to that effect. We just pass out pictures all the time and we're missing a lot. And some people just can't look at a picture and really take the time to look at it and like figure it out. So by using some of this terminology and kind of getting everyone to slow down a little bit and like look at their pictures and understand, that's kind of the idea. That's what my paper, that and dyslexia are my kind of my keywords, because dyslexics can't read words so well, but they can read pictures just fine. And there's an author that has a really great, he came up with a great format. His name's David Selnick, and his books are really fat. In fact, I have one over here on the table. I'll show you in a second, but it's so thick and heavy. Anybody would feel like pretty accomplished that they read this book. All right, we're talking Harry Potter size. Okay. And kids like my son couldn't dream of reading something like that. But if half of the pictures or if half of the pages are pictures, that's a totally different story, especially if you're pretty good at reading pictures like most dyslexic people are. So, all right, let me show you. All right, so here's one called The Marvels. All right, check that out. Look at that size of that book. Dang, right? I mean, look at how big compared to my hand. Wow, right? It's heavy too. But in this book, look at all these. It's like all pictures. Hardly any words. Occasionally. So, and it's a pretty good story. But here and there, there's like a newspaper clipping. All right. And it gives you a little extra information. But overall, I think I didn't count how many in a row there were. Something like 240, I think, something like that. So here's one, like there's a newspaper clipping kind of thing. Here's another one. It goes through like 4 generations or something. And I haven't actually read the word part of it, but it's very cool. Very cool. We need more stuff like this for people to, really enjoy reading. And we have audiobooks, which is awesome. That's a great start, but this is something else that I wanted to encourage. So thanks for listening to that rant there, but not rant. It's my passion, right? So all right, so back to the card. But you can see how there's some link here to what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, what I'm writing about. And one day you'll be like, I was part of that, right? All right. Hopefully you'll be knowing a celebrity. We'll see. All right. So I'm punching out that focal point, if you remember. All right. And this is going to go on the inside. Now, I want to make this cool border. All right. And I have this little tool, by the way, let's do this while this is open. So this is Bubble Bath, and we have Happy Birthday. I'm going to get that paper. All right, so I'm going to go. All right, some here and there. And some stamped off things kind of here and there. The stamped off version is not too bright, but it's there, believe it or not. All right, so really just kind of making a texture. Okay, so this is going to end up going right there. All right, so maybe I should put another. All right, so now I've got my texture. Now I get to put this together. Oh, no, I guess I do have one more thing to stamp, but I could put some of it together. All right, so this is going to go here on my Moody Mauve. All right, then I'm going to use my white baker's twine. And I'm going to make a vertical wrap, I guess. Holding that with my one of my back fingers here, my ring finger actually. And then, so, all right, now let's tie that into a bow. I kind of like some long strings on this. So I gave myself extra here. All right, let's cut that. Okay, now we're talking. All right, so this, let's put some. The artwork's great on this stamp set. Is that what you mean? I just read that comment. Oh, on that book. Is that it? The book that I just showed you? Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I have this very great, I like the idea. It's very personal, very close to my heart, I guess, because it's an adventure kind of thing. But I have like the whole series planned now as of last night. So, yeah, I read an article about J.K. Rowling. That's what she did. She wrote like all 7 books, like an outline of all 7 books, which was good to make it cohesive. That was probably a great plan. All right, so here I have the majority of that ready. So I just have to do this. So now I had to play around with this a lot. I ended up doing this a lot of times on this piece just to practice. And let's see, hopefully since it was yesterday, I can remember what it was. But I basically was having a hard time doing it this way because I couldn't see, excuse me, where the edge of the paper was. So I'm doing it kind of like pointing back at me, and I can sort of see that better. Although I think I will stand still. All right. Whoops, I think that moved. All right, so I'm going to do the corners. All right, I'm going to do halfway for these long stretches. All right, so then I'm going to go back on either side of this. And this is just how I did it. There is more than one way to do this. But it's working for me. All right, so does everyone see how far I've gotten? See what I did there? So I did the corners, and then I did the center, and then either side of that, and then either side of that. Okay, now let's do this one too. And basically this center one, I'm trying to make perpendicular to the edge of the card. So see how that, all right, so there's a little bit of overlap there, but not too much. All right, so here I need to do that really close because I have to kind of fill that in a little bit. You have to do that here. That came out a little bit better. And then I'm going to squeeze these in. Okay. And then here. Oh, that was a little bit off. And then whoop, that one's a little off too. All right, so here I have all the edges. All right. And that was all using this little thing. But like I said, it took some practice, had to fool with it and see how many times across it would fit and all that. So, all right. Yeah, so here, now I'm going to put this on and let's raise that up. And Jill, you can't look too closely at this because it's a mess. I know you would be very disappointed in my arrangement of this, but it's just how it worked out. I try to use every little bit, right? So I did all the edges first. That's how it worked out on this one anyway. So all right. Now I'm going to take all these little backings off. All right. That was relatively painless. And then we'll put this on. What do you guys think about those like fast forward double, triple time videos? You know, when they're like stamping a card and they do it in like double the speed. Have you ever seen those? I don't know how to, I don't think you can do that live, but I think I could do that in a video already, made or something. So more things to try in my spare time. I actually, oh yeah, my other class, taking that one about picture books, but the other one is about information and data. And wow, there's a lot more to it than I thought. Metadata. There's, I can't even start. It's like, it took me 10 weeks to learn all that, so I guess I won't get into it. But it's overwhelming. There's a lot of things, and I kind of forgot my train of thought on that too. So if I think of it, I'll come back to it. All right, so here's that card, and I hope you like it. Using a bunch of stamps from that set. All right. Okay, thank you for not looking or not judging me or whatever. I appreciate that. Okay, final card. How are we doing? Ooh, 10 minutes. I don't know. Okay. This won't be that bad. All right, so here is this boho blue, which is not unlike some of the other light blues we've had, but I like it. It's a good one. All right, and then I also have some, what is this called? Petal pink, and I'm going to put a little tab in here, or banner tails, or how do you call them? So you cut up in the middle and from either corner. Just want to be consistent. All right, so that's easy enough. And then we have this, which I've already started stamping. Whoop, crumb cake fell on the floor. And this one has, I was thinking of doing the flower one, so I put them both on there, but this one has the shells and what's it called? Starfish, almost called seahorse. Not really right animal. I knew that. I also just saw something that had something about a jellyfish, so I was like, oh no, those aren't the words I was trying to say. All right, so I'm kind of this sort of roundish L shape type of deal. So you can kind of squeeze, get a little creative here. That was a little light there. But it's okay because, you know, beaches aren't necessarily the most organized places on the planet, right? In fact, if it was, there is actually a term for that. I learned that when I was making my 29 slide presentation for that visual literacy that I was talking about. It is random. No, I've lost it. Not that one. Why is the word rhythm? Random rhythm. There we go. Okay. Completely random because it's like all over the place, right? Unpredictable. I know, my brain's a little tired sometimes. Okay, so then I have to, I should have left that open. I really am doing pretty much most of this with crumb cake, but I did do some fussy cutting ahead of time, so that should save us. All right, let's get that paper back. Oh, you don't want to see that. All right. And then what is it? The words I want to put on with petal pink. So I'm doing a little of these three colors, something in those colors. And here are the words. Sending you a something. Oh, that's right. So I'm not exactly sure where to put that according to the circle. So I'm going to punch this out so that these shells all fit. And I will have a much better idea of where to put the curved words. All right, let's get back to that. Ooh, I got too close to the edge there. It's so faded. I can sort of see it though. All right. So then I'm also going to do the words warm hello. So I'm sending you a warm hello. Let's use boho blue for that. I'm just going to put that there. All right. Now that's actually all I'm going to do boho blue. It's having the background is going to pull that out. That's going to stay. Oop, here. See where you. It's going to stand. It'll pull it out because it's the biggest shape. And then we'll put this here and here. And like that. But I do want to put some kind of non-paper item, and I need to color these. I also have all these little fussy cut ones. I think I made more than I need, but all right, we're gonna bounce this. I can count on you. Thank you. I don't know if I want you to change your opinion of me. Okay, so all right. So, oh man, there's hardly any on there. I guess I can kind of pull some off of this. All right, so I'm going to put all right. Give this a little blush. It's so weird. I can hear me talking like a little behind, but I can hear it in the other room. It's just with the delay, just kind of weird, but all right. So these are kind of a little bit of a mixture, I guess, of the, it'll be of the, I can't see that. Okay, so it's like crumb cake with little peach. I knew I should have colored these a little bit more, but it's okay. All right, let's do some of this. I don't even think I need to do all those. All right. You got the idea. Okay. So let's put this together. I'm going to attach this. All right, and then I have, this is a new kind of ribbon that we have. It's really pretty. It's kind of ribbed, and it comes with lemon lime twist, but this is kind of stitched. It's got 3 stitches going this direction, and this is kind of the opposite direction. So let's see. What I want to do is let's see. Have a piece like that, but then I'm also going to put some adhesive on the back. Where did my adhesive go? Here. A little bit high. And cut. It's like a movie. Cut. All right. I'm going to put this on here because, off, whack there. Oh. Well, I might have to come up with a different way to do this. Worth an experiment though, right? Got to see some wild bees in my room. Got to see me. All right, so then this is going to go on here. And I want to put, actually, let me put this on. All right, Jill, you won't judge me too much, right? All right, here. I know, it's terrible. I love how you humor me. Even for me, though, I know that's like kind of messy. But, oh, we're at 9:02. My alarm didn't go off. It's weird. All right. So I'm going to put that here. Over this a little bit. Warm hellos kind of level. And then I'm going to do a simple knot. And that's what's nice about this is it can adjust. You can move it closer or farther away. And I don't like how long that is. It was helpful for tying, but let's trim that down. Okay. So the only other thing I would do is to add a few things. Okay, wait a second. All right, I should have colored this. I was going to have that pop up here. Could probably still. Thank goodness for these mini ones, right? All right, so this is kind of 2 levels high. All right, but you could also add some of these here and there, and it kind of make it go like flowing. All right, and you could cut one of these off. Is it this one? Oh, that's what I did. Drat. Well, maybe I'll just keep that. All right. Well, you can fiddle with that, but here's my finished one. All right. So there. All right. So there. Look how great I did that so fast. Can't even see. I tricked you. Not really. You knew all about it. I can't trick you guys. All right. So here's my cards. And hopefully you got some ideas from that and had a little laugh at me and my silly camera and everything that I get excited about, which is not what most people do, I know. So, all right. Well, thank you for coming, for visiting. And I do hope that you can, I'd love to see some more people at the May Stamp Camp that's coming up. And that you just have to go to youcanstamp.com. And the next time I am doing a video will be May 16th. All right. So you can mark that on your I don't know, your phone or something. All right. Well, have a wonderful night. And thank you again for watching. And please subscribe and like and all that stuff. That really helps, I think. Oh, that metadata thing that I was learning about. There's so much involved in actually getting found and seen. And I need to do a lot more of it. There's things that can be done. There's a search efficiency optimization or something to that. We didn't really go over that as much, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of metadata that can help with a search like that. So I need to look into that more. There's just not enough time. But your likes and your subscriptions and telling people about it and coming to my things, that's all very supportive, and I love it, and I love you guys for it. So thank you again, and have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again hopefully on Saturday, but if not, in 2 weeks. All right, have a great day.